know, higher, higher. Yo, Dez, we go higher, higher. Yo, Bot, we go higher, higher. Yo, Bree, we go higher, higher. We go.
Move it, and when people be trying to get that energy on you, get it off of you. Get it off of you. And it's okay to get it off of you. It's okay not to accept all the energy that you receive. How you feeling back there?
Sometimes we work so hard, but like, really, you're the light at the end of the tunnel. But all of us that write and some of us that don't perform.
But performing right now.
Right.
Go this way.
Is that those things that used to be markets?
No, 271 is on like, it's near Decatur. It's in Brooklyn, but it's not in Brooklyn. It's not in Brownsville. It's like, I don't know what.
In church. And I remember the church members was like, pray for her. Go to the altar, get prayer. And they kind of shut it down. They shut it down. And so I came back later on and was like, you know what? I really like this poem, this story. This was really, so I had to, okay, the mental space. Let me tell you something about these two people right here. For a little while, what Kim was saying is true. For a little while, not only am I pregnant, but I didn't have nowhere to stay. And I'm not going to say I didn't have nowhere to stay because I'm pretty sure many of you would have opened up your home to me. Miss Miriam offered, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure many of you would have been like, come stay with me. But, you know, I'm not going to say it was pride, but it's just like I'm so accustomed, like being independent and getting things done that like I was just really looking for my own space, especially to provide for, you know, my future family and stuff. So mentally, I was going through it. Auntie Janet knows I was in Trinidad in December, and December was the month that I was illegally evicted. The beginning of December, I was living with a roommate. I was paying her money. We agreed to a certain amount. I was paying it. You know, I thought everything was good, and it was just mad personal, petty stuff. Like she ain't like my baby daddy, and like just random stuff like that. I was like, okay, lady, just take the money. You know what I mean? Just take the money. Who cares, you know, about whatever. And she took it upon herself to like remove all my things. One day when I was at work, as Kim said, I worked 2 jobs, so I left 8 in the morning. I don't get home till 8 at night. Everything, my money, my passport, my bed that I sleep on, my mattress, she dragged everything. She broke the lock on my room door and removed everything out of my room, and like everything that I ever owned, everything that I cared about, that I loved, like possession and material wise, was like just splayed in the hallway of the building for whoever to go through, take whatever. I had like $1,000 saved up in the sock. Y'all know how we do. You know what I mean? And I don't know, like it just hurt me. It hurt me so bad. And like the fact that I was pregnant, it like double hurt me. Cause it was just like, yo, like she's so grimy, like what is going on right now? And I'm like getting a little emotional because I never really shared how traumatizing that experience was for me.
I've been there.
Yeah, man, I haven't even unpacked those bags because she just threw my stuff all together, like lotion on my printer. Like I had a little office. Y'all know how I do. I'm a very active person, so I had a home office. She like destroyed certain things in the process, and sometimes when I just look at those bags in my crib now, I just don't even want to deal with it. So I went to Trinidad with my family, and that was a very healing time for me. And I began writing a story about the nylon pool. Anybody know about the nylon pool?
Oh, in Tobago.
That's the story in the book. That's the very last story in the book, and it's called The Secret of the Nylon Pool.
I wouldn't have just finished it at my house.
I was going to get to that. That's why I said I was put. So I was very inspired by the support of my family and being in my home country and like living it up in the sun, and it just reaffirmed that my circumstance is never going to be bigger than my purpose. And it kept telling me, you know what, you got to get together for these babies, you got to get together for yourself, you got to get together for all these people that believe in you, who don't even know what you're going through right now, the people who are watching you that do know what you're going through and feel bad that they can't help you. You got to get up off this ground, dust that dust off, and do what you know you meant to do. So when I came back from Trinidad, I started staying with these two. They invited me into their home, and it was just this very creative, beautiful space. Nishi's an artist, KG is a businessman and a chef and just a jack of all trades. And we was having these really great conversations and these really delicious and nutritious meals. And it just really inspired me. And I started writing the story, The Secret of the Nylon Pool, and I shared it with them, and they was like, yes, it's so good. And they're Trinis too, so they was like, yes, I remember the nylon pool, yes. So we was just sharing, and in that moment, I just felt like, he said something to me, he's like, yo, so what are you gonna do with this? This needs to be somewhere, this needs to be published. And I was like, you're right. There's so many things that I have that needs to be published. And for a long time, I've been hearing about this platform called Create Space. And a couple friends of mine, Joshua Sarab and Arthur Press, Danny Matos, a few artist friends, published their books, self-published their books on createspace.com. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Now is the time. So I finished that story, The Secret of the Nylon Pool, and finishing that story kind of solidified that I needed to share all my stories, all my experiences. And on February 1st, I moved into my new apartment with my name on the lease. Can't nobody kick me out. And I've been building my home for my babies. And then shortly after, a few days later, I finished the process on Create Space. Financially, I didn't need nothing. Because Create Space is one of the many great platforms available to us artists. The industry, when it comes to artistry, you gotta get creative nowadays. It's not like how it was back in the day. I was telling this young man, he asked me like, well, what is the process of coming out with a book before the event started? Back in the day when I was about his age maybe, I was like, it's a glamorous thing where you write this product and you bring it to publishers and they give you thousands of dollars called in advance, and you get famous and you on TV and you on Oprah's book club list. And that's on the ground and performed, told my family. I sent out email blasts and I started marketing for myself, promoting for myself, being my own manager, and that was all possible and free for me. The only thing I paid for is when I ordered the physical copies of the book, they charged me $2 to print one book and I sell it back for $15. Y'all do the math, it's a profit. Okay. So literally, I didn't have to put nothing out to make the book. I didn't have to financially. It's possible. Don't ever let the fact that you ain't got $1 in your pocket hold you back from doing anything. Get creative. But the mental space, it did take some time for me to come from that place of seeing my things and everything that I thought really mattered, just like kind of treated like garbage, to come into being like, well, you know what? I don't even need that stuff. Because what I got that's significant and what matters is in here, and can't nobody touch that. Can't nobody take that away from me. So once I was in that mental space where I gained back up my confidence and I remembered my purpose and let my circumstance just sit in the back burners, it was a blessing. It was truly a blessing to be able to stay with them and to be able to go to Trinidad with my family and experience that entire time. It just really inspired me, and anybody can do it. Thank you. Whew, I feel like I'm talking a lot. So, everybody done with the questions? All right, cool. So, what was the next one? The next book? Girl, one step at a time. I'm gonna be.
You can publish like one-page books, right? With that thing, right? You can publish one-page books, right?
I don't want to say yes. I mean, you might be able to, and they do more than just books. They actually have audio CDs. They have anything that, and here's the beautiful thing about it. They created a free ISBN. You talked about ISBNs, right? If you look at the book, it has a barcode at the back. Right. It's copyrighted. Inside it says copyright Relle Ben 2017. Create Space kind of handled all of that for me for free. So technically it's copyrighted in my name. That barcode is associated with me and that book and was provided by Create Space without charge. So it is possible that professional design y'all see, if y'all think, wow, this is pretty professional, good quality, all of that. All of that was provided by this platform, CreateSpace. And there's more than one out there. Do your research, go online, self-publishing, check it out. That's not the only option, but for me that was the best option, and it could be for you too. Or, you know, you might find yourself wanting to go the traditional route with a publisher. Whatever you want to do, get creative, get independent. Don't rely on any other source to make your dreams come true. Get up and get it. So that's all I'm going to say on that. And without further ado, I'm going to bring my friend Jennifer to the stage if she's ready to say, we got 3 more poets that's going to come to the stage, and I'm going to close it out with a piece. And thank y'all once again. Please give it up for my sister, Jennifer Lane.
Jennifer.
This piece is called The Woman Sitting Next to You. I stand amazed at the awesome power of God as He breathed life into this woman. A woman who you call mother, grandmother, sister, aunt, wife, and friend. That's the woman sitting next to you, a woman just like me. I stand amazed at the awesome power of God as He breathed love into this woman. A woman who's willing to teach the gospel to children that is not her own, and she sends money to a child who has no home. You see, she visits the sick and shut in on her own, and she mentors a teenager who has gone astray, and she reached out to a sister who was lost away. That's the woman sitting next to you, a woman just like me. And God, with His awesome power, touched this woman with honesty. A woman whose yes is yes and her no is no. A woman whose children can say that they are blessed, and her husband smile whenever their eyes connect. She's known in her community as the best. Her life is without question. Mention her name, you get a positive reaction. That's the woman sitting next to you, a woman just like me. And God touched this woman with talent. The talent of spoken words, words that can bring tears to your eyes, and words that can encourage you, words that say, yes, you can, don't give up, be strong, you are not alone. That's the woman sitting next to you, a woman just like me. And God kissed this woman with a voice that opens up the heavens just to hear her sing. A voice that takes the blues away. That's the woman sitting next to you, a woman just like me. And God smiled as He breathed humor into this woman. A woman who will laugh out loud and sing off key and smile even when the joke is on her. That's a woman sitting next to you, a woman just like me. And God poured His grace into this woman. A woman who will walk and she talks with integrity. Her testimony speaks of God healing her body at the bed of affliction, and the aches and the pain and the tears, and His provision for His family. A woman whose back was against the wall and she waited. A woman who was afraid to speak of her past life because of the fear of rejection, and she waited. And God turned to her and He lifted her up and out and placed her feet on solid ground. He gave her a new song in her heart and new steps to her feet. That's the woman sitting next to you, a woman just like me. And God touched this woman with beauty. A woman who knows that her beauty is not defined by the images of this world, but by the seal of her Father above. You see her wide hips and her thin lips and her long hair and short hair. That will not decide where she should go or who she is. Because she knows that His plans is to bring that phenomenal woman out of her. Her steps are already ordered by God. She's a woman kept by God. She is Kadash. She's chosen and she's highly favored. She's your mother and your grandmother, your sister, your wife, and your friend. That's the woman sitting next to you, a woman just like me. Thank you.
our beautiful sister. Give it up for, what's your poetic name?
Dread Beauty.
Give it up for Dread Beauty.
I guess I don't say my performance name much.
No.
But nah. But Dread Beauty or Andrea, I still go by my real name on Facebook. I write, but I'm not much of a performer. I've even moved on up to just filming the events. Like, don't even put me in front of the mic. I filmed the open mics that happen at Borough Hall. They're like every 2 weeks. Relle, you're one of the judges that's down there, and the kids. Well, there's 2 categories, one for the youth and one for the adults, and they win $100. They go 3 rounds. And it's pretty cool, yeah, right? You should check it out. I'm sure you'll see.
It's youth and it's adults as well. So any poets interested in winning some money, come down to Borough Hall on what is it, March?
The next one is March 23rd, the Thursday.
March 23rd.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share it online as well. Come win some money. It's at Borough Hall. It's a really great event. I think you'll win $100. You sure could, girl. If you would have came last time, we only had 3 competitors last time. So don't think, oh, I'm not gonna come because it's a lot of competition. Come out, and every last person who performed won some money.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, in lieu of not being a performer, I have these things written down. I wanted to read this one, and since it was Women's History Month, I felt like I should calm down, so I'm going to read this other short one after. This one is called Don't Stop Believing. Doesn't it bother you that the light is at the end of the tunnel? We scratch and crawl with no vision until the mission is over. Not when you want it to be, but once all is signed and exalted. Once all is said and done, then will the fat lady truly sing. She'll arrive early, wearing bells from gold and silver, rocking around the neighborhood till she hits your door. Not any sooner will she yowl that you'll receive your award. Most likely it'll be during a full moon or a blue moon with your luck. But even so, the once overcast sky will highlight your path to the final stone. The path may not be straight or as broad as Broadway, but it still holds all of your future endeavors. The moonlight lights the cracks under your feet to let you in on all the secrets of life. The secret that struggle is the biggest challenge and that life is meant for sufferation. We recoil because we were blinded by the singing fat lady. We figured there'd be some kind of prize or reward or acknowledgement at the end of the tunnel. To our surprise, all that's waiting for us is a grim image of our funeral, with the singing of the hymns and grieving. Hopefully a fat lady is singing, "Don't stop believing." Because with all the scratching and crawling that we've done in life, we gotta hold on. Because that feeling that there will be a light at the end may just be that. We might have to make our own light, even after such a vicious journey. Damn, the struggle is real. Thank you.